So we're Canberra and Sydney based, servicing commercial and government clients.
Yeah. Okay.
Across the fire, security, data communications platforms.
Yeah. And who's your ideal, company that you can service? Is it a large one? Is it a small one? Or is it all types?
Generally large commercial projects is what we're after. We do a bit in the retail space. We're quite busy in the education sectors as well. So universities, high schools, public schools, and federal government agencies.
Okay. Well, there's certainly plenty of that in Canberra, isn't there?
Yeah. There is plenty of that in Canberra.
Yeah.
No shortage. Pretty focused on our current team and building what we're doing now. We do have some interest in drone technology across the physical security guarding sector. We're working with a few partners and developing that technology and how we can service existing partners using drone services.
I got a really stupid question to ask, Dave, because I meet people from so many industries. So I always say I ask the dumb questions. How does that work? So let's say that I engage you guys for drone security. Does that mean you've got drones flying around? Is that what it means?
We can do, yeah. So we can design a solution to either add benefit to an existing guarding service, or we could take away guarding services and cover it through using drones.
Okay. Wow.
Very new to the sector, but we're very new to the sector, and there's a lot of regulations to work through, but we see it as an emerging part of the industry at the moment.
I mean, that'd have to be a tremendous savings if people can employ that in some way. Yeah.
Correct, and especially when in high risk environments as well. You're taking the risk of a person actually going in there, so it's high benefit.
But like, how many years ago did you end up getting certified, and was that like instrumental for your business growth, or why did you guys do that?
We got ISO certification in our third year of operation. It was always on our radar. I'd actually done ISO certification for probably, I think, the last 3 businesses I worked in. I actually built the IMS and managed it and took it through the whole certification process. I write all our tender responses for government. So the ISO certification is a good way to show an end client that your quality, safety, and environmental management systems are up to scratch very, very easily. You don't have to really go into depth about it. You've got your certificates. You've already had the third-party certification, so it's, I hate to say it, but it's that tick in the box already. It's makes it a lot easier to respond to tenders, and your systems are, there's always that level to go back to and say, well, no, this is how we do it.
Well, now that I know you've done it for 3 other businesses, there's probably going to be people knocking on the door saying, Dave, can I hire you on the weekend?
Yeah, well, I'll take those calls. We'll discuss that further.
Whenever people find that out, they want to get help, don't they? A colleague or a friend or something. Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's a bit daunting. If you start reading the ISO standards and going, well, how do I do this to my business? But once you sort of get in the mindset, it's not too bad. There's always a way, and it's having a good understanding of the ISO really does then and help you write your IMS to suit your business. So
I like that. I just had a call from a guy today. I forget where it was in Australia, but he was talking to me, and I think Melbourne. He said to me, he goes, we had somebody help us. Kind of like, you know what you're doing. You did it for your business. But he said, we had somebody help us, and now that we've had it for 2 or 3 years, he goes, I'm thinking this isn't working. So You're right. You can have problems if it's not done well.
The first business I got tasked to get an IMS set up for, we had an external provider come and write the manual. The IMS manual ended up being 700 pages. It was, ridiculous. It really had nothing to do with our actual business. The warning signs were when I think we had one meeting for 1 hour and that was it. And I couldn't understand how they'd got a jive for the business to write a manual. So after that, I actually went and did a lead auditors course for ISO. And that really helped me to understand what I needed to break out of the business. And it became quite simple once you got in the mindset. And what it really did was actually just help us out and, review what we were doing, document what we're doing, and always be looking for that continuous improvement. That's the nuts and bolts of it. You've always got to be, you're never perfect. And if you are perfect, there's always got to be some way to be better.